Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can you explain gravitational potential?
Gravitational potential is yesterday finished, right?
Yes, sir, but can you explain again?
This is a problem for me, okay? Because portion will not be over. You have to read and come. Same day I teach you at home. You must read. Next day you must come.
I
Because when I
just
had time, I went for detailed explanation. Now no time. That is a problem. So repeating the whole thing, it's very difficult now. You must read and come. Anyway, gravitational potential. See, gravitational potential. Because no, these all excuses management will not accept. If you are telling students need time to understand, they don't want to listen. They want us to finish the portion. Otherwise, you should come to me extra time. I'm ready to finish, no problem. Okay, anyway, no other way we have to explain. Right. See, gravitational potential. Gravitational potential means suppose this is Earth here. Okay. At infinity, suppose when you place a body of mass m, no force acting onto it. Say it is 1 kilogram. If you're not listening, tell me right now. Okay, if you're not understanding, don't tell me tomorrow. Now itself, you must make it clear. See, this is the mass m we placed at infinity. No force acting here because no gravity. Here, if you're doing a work, you make a displacement, no force. Therefore, work done will be zero. So if you make any kind of work done in the infinity, that means if there is no gravity, there is no force, naturally work done is zero, no energy increase or no energy decrease. Is it clear to that?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
But if an
sir.
object is moving within the field from here to here, we know there is an increase in potential energy. If you move from here to here, there's a decrease in potential energy, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So same thing. Suppose from here, a 1 kilogram body, I am just placing inside. Now there is a attraction. This body keep moving here. See inside in the force, in the direction of the force, it's moving. Now a potential will develop. That's what we have derived yesterday. What we have done, first we assumed a body of mass m. This is me. Okay. Now due to this gravitational force, there is a force attracting towards the earth. That force is nothing but g MEM divided by x squared. It is at a distance x. Any doubt in that?
No, sir.
If you have any doubt, tell me right now. Now work done for the small displacement dx. dw is equal to f dx cos theta. Theta 0. Then dw is equal to f is equal to g MEM by x squared. G MEM by x squared dx. Now total work done, if you want, you have to integrate from infinity to the point P, which is at a distance r from the center. That means we are writing integration 0 to infinity to the r. G MEM divided by x squared dx. W is equal to G MEM integration infinity to r 1 by x squared dx. Now integration 1 by x squared dx is equal to minus 1 by x, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Any portion, if you don't understand, tell me. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Now W is equal to G MEM, this region, we can write as minus 1 by x, infinity to r. That minus I'm taking outside, G MEM 1 by x, infinity to r. Now minus G MEM, upper limit 1 by r, lower limit 0. Then 1 by infinity 0, we can write here minus G MEM by r. This is a work done in bringing a mass from infinity to this point. Clear? So this will develop as gravitational potential energy. But by the definition, so this W is equal to minus G MEM by r. By the definition of potential, V is equal to W by M minus G ME by R. This is gravitational potential. Minus sign indicate it's under attraction. At infinity, it has maximum value, that is 0. Up to there, I finished yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, any area, if you want me to explain, please tell me. I need response quickly. Don't waste time.
No, sir.
No,
Oh.
sir.
Now reverse. Now we have taken, obtain the work done. See, from the surface. Okay, this is from infinity to surface. We have done. Now question from surface to infinity, reverse. Reverse if you're taking from surface to infinity. Write down. Obtained expression for work done in taking the object. Obtained expression for work done in taking the object. The note's already there, right? Obtained expression for work done in taking the object from surface of the earth to infinity. Just reverse if you're taking, let us see what happens. This distance is r from center. Here to here infinity. Okay, so just like before, we are imagining a mass m, which is, this is me. This at a distance r from the center of the earth. Same like before. Now a force will act. The force acting is G MEM divided by. Before what we did, we allowed this object to travel in the direction of force. That means dx, it moved in this direction. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you want to take this from surface of the earth to infinity. Will it go automatically?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Check the note, it's written. Now by exerting an equal and opposite force G MEM by x squared by an external agent, someone should push it. Then only it will go out. Let the object is displaced by dx in the direction of applied force. Therefore, theta 0. Is it clear?
Yes, sir, if you're pushing it with equal and opposite force, won't the force just get cancelled?
Force will cancel, object will move with a constant velocity without acceleration.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, yeah. So dx distance, it moved, theta 0. Now we can write same way, dw is equal to f dx cos theta. And then here, theta is equal to 0, cos 0 is equal to 1. Then dw is equal to f dx. Then dw is equal to so total work done. Now total work done, w is equal to integral. Total work done, w is equal to integral. Where to where? R to infinity. Initial limit R, final limit infinity. From here to here we are shifting. F dx. Before it was from infinity to R, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now we are
R to
taking from
infinity.
R to infinity. Surface to infinity.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now W is equal to R to infinity. F is equal to G MEM divided by x squared dx. This F I have substituted here. Now W is equal to G MEM integral R to infinity 1 by x squared dx. Now W is equal to G MEM 1 by x squared, just like before, minus 1 by x. R to infinity. Before it was infinity to R, now it is R to infinity. Same derivation, just limit only changing. Now W is equal to minus sign you take outside. Minus G MEM. Okay, here x has upper limit infinity. So 1 by infinity. Minus 1 by R. 1 by infinity 0. Then W is equal to minus G MEM 1 by infinity 0. Then we get into minus 1 by R. So minus minus cancel. W is equal to G MEM divided by R. That means work done in bring an object from infinity to the surface of the earth will be minus G MEM by R. We have done yesterday. Now with this plus G MEM by R work if you're doing, you can take the object back to infinity. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the derivation of it. Okay. Next one. Difference in gravitational potential energy for smaller heights. Difference in gravitational potential for smaller heights. Look here. We know W is equal to gravitational potential energy mgh we studied in work power energy that we have taken for smaller height because gravitational force is constant for smaller height. On that concept only this formula. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now here what we have to do, we are doing work done in bringing an object from infinity to the surfaces. We know minus g MEM by R. R is the distance from center to here. This is the gravitational potential energy. Then you may surprise. This is also gravitational potential energy. This is also gravitational potential energy. What is the relation between this and this? That I'm going to prove now. Okay. So work done in bringing an object from infinity to the surface of the earth is minus g MEM by R. This is the gravitational potential energy from infinity to surface. But from infinity to this point at a height h, then W2 is equal to minus G. W2 is equal to minus G MEM divided by R plus H. This height, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now we can take W2 minus W1. Difference in potential energy. Okay. When you're taking difference in potential energy, we can see what happens. Look here. Minus G MEM divided by R plus H minus of minus. So plus G MEM by R. Now W2 minus W1 is equal to G ME by R minus G MEM divided by R plus H. Now W2 minus W1 is equal to G MEM, commonly I'm taking outside. This is 1 by R minus R plus H. Okay. Now here we can write W2 minus W1 is G MEM. Here numerator R plus H minus R divided by R into H. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
This
R
R, this R
cancel.
cancel. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now for smaller height, H can be neglected. If it's 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter height and all, H can be neglected. If H is very, very small, H can be neglected. It can happen only in addition and subtraction, not in multiplication. Because multiplication, if it's neglecting, the whole thing will be 0. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we can write W2 minus W1 is equal to G MEM divided by
R square.
Here H. H is there, right? See, there is one H here.
Yes.
Divided by R squared because H neglected. Okay. Here GME by R squared, we already proved in the beginning. GME by R squared is G, acceleration due to gravity. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then that is substitute here. W2 minus W1 is equal to, this will be GMH. That means MGH. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In work power energy, we calculated as constant force. We have done a work mg into h. Here, exact is this one. From infinity to surface, this is a potential. Infinity to height, this is a potential energy. Difference, that is mg. So actually, there we calculated difference in potential energy only. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is what for that point. Next numeric, next one, escape velocity. Next heading, escape velocity. Before that, numericals of potential we will finish. Okay, look here. Listen carefully. Here, this is a same like intensity. This is a 100 kilogram body. This is 10 kilogram body. Calculate potential, gravitational potential at the location of 10 due to 100 kilogram and vice versa. So first we have to consider 100 kilogram. This has a field here. Now from infinity, if you bring a 1 kilogram to this location, that will give you gravitational potential of this body. Then we have to calculate V is equal to minus G into 100 into 1 divided by this distance 4 meter given. 4. We can solve it. Reverse, gravitational potential of 10 at this point. Keep 10 here. 10 has its own field here. From infinity, if you keep a 1 kilogram body at the location of 100, then work done is potential. So we can write here V is equal to minus G into 10 divided by 4. So this is gravitational potential at the location of 10 due to 100 kilogram. This one will give you gravitational potential due to 10 at the location of 100 kilogram. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
G value is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 12, minus 11. So all this numerical I have solved in the notebook. You please go through it and tell me any doubt if you have. Okay. Now, next one, potential energy between these two. Potential energy is equal to minus G M1 M2 by R. ME M by R. Okay, mass of the earth, mass of the object. Here, M1, M2. Instead of that, I have taken. W is equal to minus 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11, 100 into 10 divided by 4. This is a gravitational potential energy. Clear? If you, how much anode, this much work is developed as energy. If you want to separate them back to infinity, same amount of plus work should be done by an external agent. So these are the main questions asked from this area. Similarly, question can be asked for a triangle. Okay, this is 10 kilo, this is 10 kilo, this is 10 kilo. At the centroid, what is the potential? Each side 1 meter. In this case, first you calculate potential due to this 10.
1
How
by
much will
root
come?
3.
Minus G into 10 divided by, this is 1 by root 3, L by root 3. Due to this. Due to this also same, this also same. So into 3. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
If you want potential energy of the whole system, then what you have to do between M1 and M2. That means minus G 10 into 10, M1, M2 divided by 1. This is a potential energy between these two. And between these two, again, same answer will come. These two, same answer will come. So into 3. You will get potential energy of the system. Same energy will develop within the system. External agent has to do plus of that work to take them back to infinity. This is all in the numerical we have done. You can go through that notes. If it's not clear, you tell me, I'll explain to you. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next is escape
Yes, sir.
velocity. Escape velocity. Look here. Suppose this is surface of the earth. From here, we know energy is minus. It is under attraction. If you throw with this at 30 meter per second, we know first 1 second it will gain 20, next 1 second 10, third second 0. It stops. And again it's come back with this in another 3 seconds. Now I am increasing to 60. It will go double height and come back, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Like that, if I keep on increasing the velocity of this object, so for example, when I gave 100, it just reached the infinity and becomes 0. So this 100 is the minimum velocity in this case, so that this object did not come back. It just overcome gravitational pull. 120 if you're giving, it become 120 velocity remaining. With that 20 meter per second, it will continue its journey. So here we are talking about this 100. Minimum velocity. Below this, it will fall back. Okay, so minimum velocity with which an object should be thrown so that it can just escape the gravitational pull. That's called escape velocity.
So with minimum velocity, it won't fall back, right?
It won't fall back. And the object
just
will
stay
gain
there.
0 velocity at this point.
Okay, sir.
More than that, if you give, it will go with that excess velocity.
Okay, sir.
That we don't call as escape velocity. That minimum velocity, that's what we are talking about. Below which
The
it will fall
velocity
down, above which
Just
it can
to escape. So the velocity just to escape it.
just to escape. So this what that for that, what is the formula? That's what we are going to derive. With what velocity if you throw an object from the surface of the earth, it can escape. That's what we are going to discuss in this topic now. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So here, look here. This is the object. This is earth. mass me, radius r. If you keep an object here, already we derived work done in taking the object from surface of the Earth to infinity is W is equal to G MEM divided by R. This formula already we derived now just now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Work done in taking an object from surface of the Earth to infinity, G MEM by R. We have derived that formula just now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But how can you do this work? Just now you told we have to throw it with the 10 meter per second, or throw it with the 30 meter per second, throw it with 100 meter per second, isn't it? So while throwing, it gains a kinetic energy, right?
Yes, sir.
That kinetic energy only converting into this work done. So we can write here half mv e squared. So this much kinetic energy, if equal to this work done required, this will just escape the gravitational pull, and your velocity becomes 0, isn't it?
So VE square.
Velocity
VE
of-
means escape velocity, minimum velocity.
okay.
I'm imparting here.
Okay, sir.
VE means escape velocity. That is suffix V suffix E, not V into E. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the work you have to do. For example, 100 joule of work we have to use here to take this object here. But how will you impart that one? Usually we throw the object, or we use a rocket and throwing it out, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So this energy we are imparting in the form of kinetic energy, isn't it? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So this minimum velocity when I gave, this object got a kinetic energy half mv squared. If this kinetic energy is equal to this work, this object will just reach the infinity and will not come back. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
So this I am writing here, half mv squared is equal to G MEM by R. Here M cancel, M cancel. VE squared is equal to 2G ME by R. And VE is equal to root of 2G ME by R. VE is equal to root of 2. GME is again GR squared. Substitute. GR squared by R. Cancel out. Now root of 2GR. Root 2 into G is 9.8. R is equal to 6,400 kilometer. If you solve this formula, you will get escape velocity 11.2 kilometer per second. 11.2 kilometer per second. In the notes, sometime I might have written 11.2 kilometer per hour. You just check in the note, which this one messaged you. Just check that notes. It should be 11.2 kilometer per second. Because in the note, it's written kilometer per hour. It's a mistake. Corrected kilometer per second. That means in 1 second, if you're throwing an object with a velocity 11.2 kilometer in 1 second, that means in first throw, in 1 second, it should cover 11.2 kilometer. Then if it is like that, that body will escape the gravitational pull. That means if you're taking a 1 kilo body or 100 kilo body, both should get 11.2 kilometer per second. But force you are exerting is different. For 100 kilogram body to gain 11.2, you have to exert more force when compared to 1 kilogram. But whatever it is, both should gain this much velocity. Then only it will escape. That means escape velocity is independent of the mass which is projected. See, it's cancelled out here. See, mass cancelled. It only depends on mass of the planets and radius of the planet. So whether you throw 100 kilo or 10 kilo, escape velocity should be 11.2. But 100 kilo, you have to exert more force to gain that velocity. That's the difference. Then this will permanently escape from the ground. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. So basically, sir, for these rockets and all, they need to
Rocket
have
is
more
not
than...
throwing escape velocity. Rocket we are using for orbital velocity. That is different concept.
Okay, sir.
This one,
Sir, is the
suppose
escape velocity
future
same?
you want to throw some nuclear waste. Suppose some nuclear waste you want to throw into space. then you can use this technique. Using a rocket, fill all the nuclear waste into it and throw into space. People are thinking for it now.
Okay, sir.
Clear? Then we can use it. But
Yes,
nowadays
sir.
we are using not to escape velocity, because escape velocity means that satellite will go forever. We won't get any more.
Yes,
That
sir.
is different. That we are going to study after this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Today itself
Sir.
you study this note, very, very important note, okay? And tomorrow or Saturday something I'll give extra class. Those who have doubt, you can come and ask your doubts.
Okay, sir.
Now, here the question: a heavy body and a light body are projected from the surface of the earth, which will have more escape velocity. This is the main question asked. Both will have same velocity, same escape velocity. Next question: why there is no moon? Why there is no atmosphere around the moon? Here you can see that for Earth, escape velocity is 11.2 kilometer per second. That means any object has a velocity 11.2 kilometer will escape gravitational pull. But for the moon, next page I have shown a calculation. Escape velocity of the moon comes around 2.46 only, 2.34 this kilometer per second. So you place say any particle on the surface of the earth, due to sun's heat, usually it gains a velocity of 3 kilometer per second, 4 kilometer per second. Due to sun's heat, they will gain kinetic energy. On the surface of the earth, usually it comes 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 and all. It will never reach 11.2. But on the surface of the moon, if it gains same like 3, 4 and all, due to sun's heat, that will escape, because escape velocity is smaller, 2.34. This is the reason around the moon there is no atmosphere. But most of the people you ask why there is no atmosphere around the moon, their answer will come: there is no gravity. We cannot say there is no gravity. There is gravity. 1/6 of gravity moon has compared to Earth. Then there should be 1/6 of atmosphere also. It can hold 1/6 of atmosphere, no problem. But the thing is, due to sun's heat, any molecules, air molecules and all, water molecule, whatever it is, in that surface of the moon gains velocity more than 2.34. On the surface of Earth also it's gaining more than that. But for surface of the Earth, it is 11.2 kilometer per second should attain. Here just more than 2.34 enough. So 3 kilometer per second, 4 kilometer per second, 5 kilometer per second on the surface of the Earth will remain there. But on the surface of the moon will escape the gravitational pull. This is the reason there is no atmosphere on the moon surface. Now it's less than 1 minute. It will go time. Is it clear? Now after this, there are some numericals are there. Just go through the numericals. If you don't understand, tell me next class. Next class, I will start with orbital velocity. Okay, you must read the note next class.
Okay,
Then
sir.
you must come. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So today, is there any other period for you? No other period.
No.
Yesterday we had an extra class, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll have tomorrow. Alternative.